I am super in love with this base. Just look at that. That's got to be my favorite base ever. Well, hey there. This is Belmathuin. Welcome to my world tour. Finally, we made it all the way to the world tour. And as a special little treat today, I decided to mess around with shaders. Let me tell you, it can be a little trying to find one that works well with your computer. I must have spent 3 hours trying out different shader packs, trying out different settings in the shader packs. So this is where we started out in episode 1. This is where all of it began. 49 episodes ago. I still can't believe it's been that long. Can you believe it's been that long? I have come a long way, and we have come a long way since that first episode. That was literally the first episode I had, or the first video I had ever recorded for YouTube. First video I'd ever really recorded for anything. And I kind of regret the way that the first episode went. You know, there was time lapse in it. I was just learning how to do that. And you know, I didn't have any copyright free music, at least not yet. And I don't know, there's just a lot I would do different in that video now. But it's, you know, been what, four or 5 months since I started this YouTube thing, just as a little hobby on the side. Enough rambling. We've got a lot to get to, and I don't want to make it into 2 videos unless I really have to. So this is our spawn portal. We wound up going, what is that, north? We went that way. We went north and east, but we went quite a distance. So we're going to take it this time in the nether. Last time it was about half a video of time lapse. Yay, super exciting, I'm sure. I really should maybe redo that video. Maybe one of these days I'll do a voiceover for it. So this is our iron farm. It's really the only thing other than that portal and that little dirt hut that we have at spawn. We've got a portal over there for tearing down icebergs, because, you know, we all need the ice. Let's see, do we want to, yeah, let's go up all the way. We had this nifty little water elevator. This is what we use to get the villagers up to the platforms. You can get off at different levels. And this is way up there. Wow, this was episode 17 that we built this in. Episode 17. Let me get out some rockets. We have, I believe we have 12 villagers in each of those corners on each of these platforms. There we go. Wow, that's bright. Yeah, we've got 12 villagers in each of these. And it creates the golems that we need. I don't know, we've got probably a double chest of iron blocks out of this thing so far. Not counting what I've used to make a ton of pistons and all the other necessities. Let me get a little sleep out in here. Yeah, I'm still totally psyched and still totally blown away by the fact that this is episode 50. And it's not the only thing we've done together. We've done a bunch of tutorials, we've done a bunch of ARC episodes, just to have some variety, so I didn't go insane. And our portal takes us right in to what we built in one of our last episodes. Yeah, it was episode 49. Huh. Guess the portals don't have an animation when you have the shader pack on. But I went ahead and since the last episode, where I only built a quarter of it, I went ahead and built the rest of it, and I really like the way it's turning out. This is going to be an amazing nether hub once we're done. I've really got to do something about the spawning, though. That's going to end badly for me. And once 1.14 comes out, we'll probably... Let's see. So that's east. We'll probably go west. Because I think there's a mesa over there and all that other stuff. And I don't want to load those areas until 1.14. I want those to be fresh loads when we go over there. Get a little food. And we can run on this real long ice road. And here is where we have done a lot of work. This portal, quite a bit away from spawn, is actually where our main base is. We went for a bit of a cabin in the woods type deal, and I'm really in love with this base. In fact, Season 2... Thank you, phone. These cows are mad loud. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to learn to take my phone off of vibrate when I'm recording. So, this right here is our pride and joy. We've still got a lot to do with it. Let me get a little height here. Yeah, we've got a ton left to do here. But I am super in love with this base. Just look at that. That's got to be my favorite base ever. So I'm thinking for Season 2, I can't just abandon this world. Season 2, we're going to stay on this world. And we're just going to go, I don't know, 5,000 blocks, probably west from spawn. Or 1,000 blocks west from spawn, or something like that. We're going to generate some new chunks, get ourselves a nice villager with all the new amenities that come with that. Over here, we have our villager breeder. We have our 2x2 tree farm in there, and our 1x10 tree farm in there, semi-automatic, with lots of hoppers and stuffs. We've got a ton of stuff inside that base. Right down here, we have an automated carrot, potato, and, well, should be wheat, but they don't do anything but pick seeds. So their inventories are swamped. But anyway, we got an automatic potato and carrot farm that automatically dispense their goodies up this pipeline, through the pipeline into the base, and into some shulker loaders. It automatically gets sorted when it gets over there. They automatically get put into shulkers, and then they pop off into a double chest. This place looks amazing at night with these shaders. I am actually thinking about keeping the shaders on. Maybe adjusting a few settings so that it's a little more lag friendly. But maybe we'll start off with the villager breeder. This, we did make a tutorial on the channel for it. It was one of my first tutorials, and it was kind of a combination of designs. Let me in. There we go. See, we've got a bunch of villagers here. It really cranks out the villagers. What is that? Oh, that's the light coming in from the window. Wow, look at that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Anyway, this guy right here, our friendly neighborhood farmer, he picks these carrots, feeds them to these villagers. They have the babies, and they drop the babies. And this is all dictated by whether this guy is up or whether he's down. If he's up with his head just below that base of doors that is recognized as a village, then this guy should be feeding those guys. And if it's down, it's turned off. Alright, let me out of here. Ah! You guys, do you mind? And let's make sure we close up behind ourselves and go into our little secret, well, not so secret, it's got a path built to it. I'm gonna have to stop wasting all those rockets. So all the babies move down here. As soon as they grow up to adulthood, that little block of water right there pulls them up, pushes them over into here, and in the back of this, there's a little bit of water pushing them all to this forward corner. I press a button, and I get a villager in a cart. Ooh, librarian. Impaling 2? You might be a keeper. But I can power up this track, and I can send him all the way through to there. Well, all the way through to our basement of our main base. But I want to take the outside route. Mostly because it's just friggin' gorgeous out here. And I guess while we're on our way over, let's go take a look. We've got our conduit installed. We've probably got a ton. Yeah, let's get out our trusty Smite 5 axe. Yeah, that's what we wanted. And these guys. Now I'm using fence gates for all of this because because the fence gates don't count towards the village. Super important. We don't want them to count towards the village. We don't want the village to be screwed up. So these guys, they will just keep coming over. They keep trying to plant that one, that one, that one, and the one on the other side. And they can't. They can't plant them because the light level is just barely too low there. And there's a piece of string over top to update that block. Makes the crop plop off. There's hopper minecarts in there. And it sends it all the way over to my basement. Over there. Super easy. We just got waterlogged stairs here. You can't really see the water in this texture pack. Whoa. Hello, lag spike. And you, and you. Let's get the axe out. Well, we might need it. Oh, hello. Nope, nope. Whole lot of nope. Nope. Where you at? You're right there. No. Yeah, that's not going to work out well for me. I think there's more than one. Close that. Can we get them over here? Ah! Do you mind? I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, there is another one right there. Did we get one? Nope. So from there, let's go over and check out our mob farm. I really should sleep at some point real soon. No, let me in. Alright. You let me. Thank you. Alright, so we've got a little timer here that activates all of those platforms. They're all waterlogged right now so that nothing can spawn. But if we unlock that, now they're not waterlogged. And then if I turn this on, a clock will start to go around that's going to flush each of the platforms, get all the mobs falling down, and there we go. And then it clicks off, and it goes all the way around, and it'll just keep flushing the mobs for as long as I want. Alright, yeah, so this is just kind of a, when I'm done, it floods everything lever. And everything comes up here. Holy crap, I gotta empty these out. And then here's my, yeah, my overflow ones are actually full. Yeah, we've got some supplies. Over here, we actually built a small cactus farm in here. It's a, I don't know, maybe 100% effective or 100% efficient one, because those are hopper mine carts right there. So the cactus gets broken off by that log or that log, pops off over into there. The hopper minecart drains down into these, and we've got cactus. And that's all automatic. The mob farm itself, it actually funnels up through that pipe from Y11, I believe. So down at Y11, there's a little killing platform with a hopper, and there's a little clock dispenser that spits them out into a water stream. Some of that lovely brand new soul sand siphons them right up through there, into our sorting system. All right, where to next? Yeah, let's try not to smash our noses on this. And here's our woodshed. This is one of our more recent projects. I love this thing. Stripped birch. Kind of has a... It definitely has the barn look. I didn't want to go with the red barn, but this really does have a nice wood, nice yeah, words are hard. For those of you that don't know, if you put a piece of string down underneath the vine won't grow anymore. And same with right there. I put a piece of string over there so that the vine wouldn't grow sideways like that, because it will take over. I didn't plant it on this log. I think I planted it like right there and it moved over. No, I must have planted that one up there too. But they moved over and around, and eventually, yeah, you can see they have made their way onto the ground everywhere. But as well as looking good, it doubles as a vine farm. I'm able to come over here with some shears, clean it up a little bit, walk away with a couple stacks of vines. And I like the way all these buttons looked, but they're also functional. It means I can easily open that iron door, which also does not count towards a village. Let's see, we've got a bunch of bone blocks from our farm over there. And let's see, I guess a quick demo. Nope, not those ones. Let's do birch. Yes, I know I have 2 apps waiting to update. Microsoft is very pushy. So, when that one grows, it's going to send a little signal back into the machinery. There is a tutorial up on the channel for this one as well. Those logs are going to come forward, crush the leaves, saplings are going to fall down. There's hoppers underneath there, and all around here underneath the carpet. All I gotta do is pull that lever. Oh, and once the tree grows, you don't have to worry about flicking off the switch too quick, because no more bone meal is going to get used. It's only used if there's sapling there. If there's nothing there, or if there's a tree there, it doesn't use any. So when I go through, you can see it crushed the leaves. Yeah, I think I had 41 in there. Did I? I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look back at the tape. And by then it won't matter. So we do have a haste 2 beacon over here, as well as double jump. And when you remove the log next to the comparator, it crushes them again, just in case there's any leaves that grew after the first crushing. But it's a pretty quick little farm. You get back enough saplings to keep going, and I think you can probably get the gist of, or the idea from that little example. You can really rack up the logs pretty quickly using this. And if you're short on saplings, you just go ahead and break some leaves like that, or walk away, let them despawn. All these hoppers will take care of the rest. And then hidden away back in this corner here is a little entrance to this room. This is our 2x2 tree room. So what do we want to do? Let's do a spruce because it's the biggest. 4. And it's just a dispenser on a clock. Yeah, that observer comes over. They face each other, and they go nuts about seeing each other. Just like that. And same deal. It's not going to waste bone meal. But now we've got this big tree to go to, and normally you'd have to ladder up or climb up or do something. Well, instead, I put a little slime block over here. I push a button. I make it up to this platform. And if it's a dark oak or something like that, or a short spruce, I can just start chopping all my way down to the ground. This is a taller spruce, so we can go up one more floor, and look at that. Still plenty of room, although some of them do go up there pretty close. And I'm not going to cut down the whole tree, but you get the idea. You can actually grow jungle. You can grow the 2x2 spruce, obviously, and you can grow the dark oak in this. And they all work pretty well. And for the most part, you can just walk away from this, and underneath all of the carpet in their surrounding area, right there, that's all hoppers. Now I wasn't able to cover up these hoppers because putting carpet on these hoppers apparently prevents that tree from growing. And then here was our little path we built in an episode. A little bit of a terraforming and path building episode. Just look at how immersive this place is. It feels so good. This is our cozy cottage in the woods. Well, not cozy, it's huge. Close. Now, I don't believe I've shown this on video yet. But I finally put in some dormers up here. Just a little something to add a little variety up here, because this is going to be kind of a bedroom entertainment area. We've got our water elevators that we made a couple episodes ago. That go all the way from the basement up to the top. Easy to get into, easy to get out of. And then we've also got our quick way down, our balcony. So we haven't built anything on those two spots or those two spots, but the next floor down we've got our, I think it's 24 long smelterator, and apparently I left it on. Let's turn that off. Are those on? Those are off, but it works pretty good. We've also got our storage area. I like to keep things very well organized. It just makes it makes for a lot of time savings later on down the road. We've got our blocks. We've got some shulkers to fill up and stick in here, because quite honestly, nowadays with the shulkers, you know, you can fit 54 shulkers inside of a double chest, and you can put 27 stacks of stuff inside a shulker. That's a lot of items. If you need more than one double chest or 54 shulkers of any one resource, then you're not building enough stuff. I often find myself just about running out of things as I'm building. We've got some odds and ends here. A ton of iron blocks. And some food and stuff. Actually, let's go ahead and refill while we're here. And we got a bunch of the heads. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do upstairs. Maybe I'll have to make some sort of maybe like a trophy room, because I'm getting up there on how many heads I've got. Got our little wood section, just a little bit of everything, and we've got all our colors. This includes glass, concrete, terracotta, all of that going in here in shulkers. Like in the green, I got some concrete powder, got our mob drops, and you know, as you can see, we don't have quite as much rotten flesh because I've been doing trades over there with the librarians, and you just saw what the bone blocks go to. We really do need to make a blaze farm. We need to make like a ghast platform and a pigman farm. That would be amazing. Now up here is the automatic shulker loader for our carrots and potatoes from all the way over there. They just come in, they fill up the shulker. The shulker gets squished down into here, and it produces. As you can see, it produces the carrots as well. We've got a sneaky little hideaway right here that leads over to the basement of our starter hut, which is unfortunately torn down now. This used to be our storage area, and we had a starter hut built right there. We've got a little Nano Farm, pretty handily. Let's see, let's grab some carrots. See? Pretty handily, just makes us more. We don't need it very much anymore, but we've also got our cow farm. Let's see, let's get some looting. We have an unlimited amount of steak and leather, and you can see why now. And we got a little pit of these big bad boys. I just hop up here, press the button, do a little feeding action, and we've got baby cows, and we still got our seed set. Let's empty that out. We've got a little automatic log stripper, you know, in case I forget to strip logs while I'm over at the log farm, because it's much easier that way. Or concrete converter. It works as both. There's just some water coming down right there. All feeds into hoppers. There's actually a hopper minecart in this block. And I've got a dispenser set up right here so that every time that observer sees something, it triggers this dispenser to fire, which feeds me more concrete. Or more logs, whichever I happen to be doing at the time. It's super handy, super easy, super compact. Well, everything over here is. I'll probably end up moving this and the Nano Farm over to the main base at some point, but the cows and the portal, they get to stay over here because they're loud. So loud. Let's go check out our villager farm. Or our villager trading hall. We've put a lot of work into breeding villagers so that we can have all the books we want. We've got them all labeled. We've got them all nice and safe. Nothing can get them. Nothing can get in there. That fence post kind of keeps them off of that block. So no baby zombie is going to ruin my day. And we got all these trades unlocked. We do have... Where are you? We got one mending villager. Where did I put you? There. So mending is the second book. Come on. There we go. 24. It's not the best trade, but, I mean, you saw how many potatoes and carrots we have. We got a sugarcane farm, which we'll get to, so we don't have to worry about that. We got enough emeralds. We don't got to worry about that. And above the villagers' heads, we've got a pretty simple melon pumpkin farm. There is a tutorial up on the channel for that as well. That was something I came up with. I mean, at some point in Minecraft, everybody's farm kind of looks the same, with small differences here and there. A good design is just going to make itself apparent to more than one person. So this thing provides us with quite a few pumpkins, quite a few melons for all of our trading needs. We've got a cartographer over here so we can get some maps. And we have toolsmiths, armor smiths, and weaponsmiths over here. And as I find better ones, I'll go ahead and replace these guys. This guy has a protection 2, unbreaking 2, and you kind of get the picture. We've got all these clerics, which is, they kind of eat up all of my rotten flesh. Between these 3 guys, I've gotten so many glowstone. So many glowstone. So easy to get. Well, I've actually used the enchanting too. The bottles of enchanting. We can get all the ender pearls we want, lapis, redstone. We don't have to worry about any of that. And all we gotta do is give up the rotten flesh that we don't have a use for. Over here, we've got a couple more toolsmiths. We have a bunch of farmers. Those are all farmers, and I believe it's this guy has the best trades. 16 potato, 16 carrot. I like that trade because, you know, that's 4 emeralds from 1 stack of carrots. It's a nice round, easily divided number. It doesn't leave partial stacks in my inventory, and I don't have to worry too much because I've got tons of emeralds. And melons and pumpkins. And, of course, I've had to kill a few along the way. Alright, so let's go down one more floor. Actually, quick, don't look, don't look. So, we come down the stairs down to floor number 3. And we made this beautiful little water feature with a tree growing in it. And believe it or not, there's all sorts of coral and sea pickles, and you can't really see it except for the wavy lines, but that is all water. But we got a couple of fish in here. I think 5 or 6. Yeah, look at all those fishies. We got tons of fishies. The obligatory drowned head. I'm actually surprised I haven't had any drowns spawned in there yet. And a whole lot of nothing over there, and a whole lot of nothing over there yet. There's room for farms. We got our beacon beams coming all the way up from Y11. And we've got a much larger cactus farm that we built later on. As you can see, it produces twice as much, as I emptied those at the same time. And these were fairly recent. We built a sugarcane farm. That's my own design. It's also got its own tutorial up on the channel. So, you know, go ahead and check that out if you're interested. And it feeds into automatic shulker system. That fills up. It pops off and goes into there. And why are you there? You should be in there. But it collects a pretty decent amount. We've also, on this wall, got our Kelp Farm. Now this is set up so that it doesn't go It doesn't go off very often. But all of those pistons are connected. So if any one of these pieces of kelp reaches those observers that are all along the top, then all of these pistons go off. And I'm kind of proud of these little nature features that I did off to the side here. I really like them. We're gonna have to do something over there and over there, but this section of the downstairs basement for tall machines, I'm really starting to like. Yep, and there we go. It just popped off. I have the sections so that I have it sectioned off so that if that corner one goes off, all of these and all of those go off for that entire layer, and it's 4 layers high. I've also got like those set up so that they'll both go off, and those set up so they'll both go off. Nothing super complicated, but I'm proud of it. It's my own design. There's a tutorial up for that, as you probably guessed by now. It produces a decent amount. I haven't AFK'd a whole lot since I started up these farms. And I've been working a lot in the nether for the last little while. On the nether hub. And why is that? Oh, it's probably daylight. I was gonna say, why is that all weird? Why are you weird? So we've definitely got big plans to finish up the area down here. This water elevator, which I just back into it. I walk forward. I get it, and I get off to the next floor. Or I can take it up to the next floor. Or I could take it from the... let me in. From the bottom, all the way up to that trapdoor. And be up in the bedroom. I've got one over on that side as well. Wow, that's bright. Holy crap, that's bright. Oh, and I may have forgotten to mention one of the big reasons that I decided to build here, other than the fact that the mega taiga is my favorite biome because of the different size trees, the different variants in the ground, and also because of this little lagoon. I like that little lagoon that we built a little bridge and path over. But the other reason is, look at that coral reef. It goes that way quite a ways, it goes that way quite a ways, and it goes out quite a bit. I haven't made much use of it yet. I don't know why. I should have, and I should probably remedy that sometime soon. But we've got a huge coral field to play with. And I don't know about you, but this base, it's going to be hard for me to top this base. It really is. But I'm going to try. And I'm going to have fun doing it. And I hope you guys will come along and have some fun with me. You know, pop some suggestions in. So that was the world that we've created together. If you're new to the channel, you might want to go back and check out some of the older episodes. You know, just keep in mind that episode 1 of this series was the first video I had ever recorded of gameplay. And it was my first time editing. It was my first time uploading to YouTube. It was my first time doing a time-lapse. And I've come a long way since then. We've come a long way since then. And I'd like you to keep that in mind as if you go back to start the series over again. Because as you can see from what's behind me right here and everything else we went over in the video, it gets better than the first video. I've gotten better. You've gotten better. We've all grown. And look at how much we've grown. Just look at how beautiful that is. Well, anyway, so if you liked what you saw, learned a thing or two, or have a thing or two to teach me, like, comment, subscribe. I'm always looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say in the comment section. And until next episode, when we start taking this world to new places, hope everyone has a good night.